And the vegetation clearance, I think, is similarly restrictive, 100 square metres vegetation clearance. If it's inside or outside of SNA, I don't have the exact number off by heart, but obviously that would be consent territory, probably for if the development lined up with those areas that have turned into bush or are in bush.
I guess the supplementary question to that is the timing, because my understanding is that those thresholds for earthworks, for example, are on a per timeframe basis. So essentially, you can do that amount of earthworks, but it's related to that certain time period, and then you can do it again in another year, for example. So in terms of managing effects, what the council plan has proposed is meaning that it's not going to happen all at once and sort of be anticipated at that large volume scale. Do you have any comment around that, sort of having the small incremental amounts per year instead of having it all at once, the advantage?
Oh, I think for something that
the landscape effect.
big, yeah, it wouldn't, 250 cubed isn't going to be sufficient, and it's not high enough to I guess use it on a year by year basis. You'd be coming in for a single consent roll up
At once.
At once, yeah.
The whole site.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, there's a lot of, I guess, permutations. There's staging. There's
Correct.
And I can't hypotheticals of how that could work. They need as they appear. But from, I guess, in terms of trying to understand the zone and its workability, obviously, if we could rely on the development plan, what those said, it gives us a level of certainty moving forward.
I've just got one final question for the legal counsel. Can you respond to the legal submissions that was given to us, or summarised to us? It is for the plan to implement the higher order documents, not existing consents. And if the issue is about confirming existing use rights, then you should get a certificate of compliance under section 139A. Could you just give us a quick answer in response to that, those submissions, if you have any?
No, I don't think I have any specific comments on that point. If you don't mind, I'll just turn to that comment. Was that in the legal submissions you said?
Yeah, I mean, I think Jason had put that to us, and he sort of said, after all the discussion, he'll remember these two really important legal points, is what he sort of put to me.
Oh, yes, that was at the very end. Yes, sorry.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I think he was sort of really wanting to highlight that those are two important legal matters in his mind. And so I'd just like to see if you had any view on that. The question of the higher order documents, I think that's an interesting legal position to be in.
Yes.
To put. So,
do you mean to the extent that the resource consents, which form the basis of the plans of this particular zone, were granted some time ago? Yes. And that since you're not implementing your higher order, you're not giving effect to your higher order documents, you're confirming what you granted in resource consents. I think that's the implication. Yes. I guess to that point, I would say that the purpose of the zone, as mentioned, was to enable development to be undertaken in general accordance with the consents as approved, and that an assessment was done at the time that the consents were granted and have now been captured in the plan, and is intended to avoid needing to repeat consenting processes for Carrington to be able to implement that development as envisaged. And then to go further, I guess, so that already sets out the outcomes intended for the zone and the site. And to the extent that any, as I mentioned before, any additional activities not envisaged, not anticipated, not enabled by the planning framework in the plan was intended to be undertaken, that would necessarily require new consenting processes, and that would necessarily involve assessment of that activity against the higher order planning documents that have since come into effect.
Okay, thank you. Yes. I don't think we have any more questions for you. So thank you very much for your attendance and your patience, waiting all morning and afternoon. Thank you very much for your attendance. I think we're going to arrange for our late lunch now.
Thank you very much.
So thank you very much. We'll have an adjournment now for lunch. James, how much time do you? Sure. Who's going to be responding?
Combination, I guess.
Yeah, combination. Do we want to make it like a half-hour break? I have to attend another matter, but that's all right. Half an hour, 45 minutes?
Half an hour.
Yeah, and then I think we'll still sort of wrap it up.
Okay, I'm stopping the recording now.
Okay. So, well, we're